Hello everyone and welcome to game number 2 between ParanOid spawning as a red Zerg and his opponent's gonna be NightEnD spawning as a blue Protoss. And if you didn't see game number 1, please check it out. It was a pretty good game. It was a pretty long game too. Not that long, but it was a really good game to watch. And ParanOid's gonna wish him good luck, have fun, good game, and NightEnD gonna say good luck. And yeah, let's see what these two guys are gonna do again, because the first game was really pretty exciting. If you're a Protoss player, NightEnD did a really good job with the micro and the Unicom positioning, and he did really good. Not gonna spoil who won the game, but still, he did really well. So does the ParanOid. ParanOid did a really pretty cool thing with the Zerg thing, but there's a lot of things, but it doesn't really matter, because NightEnd's gonna be putting a pylon right next to the, next to the rim, because it's kind of easy for the Protoss player to secure this natural expansion. Just put a couple cannons over here and a forge or something just to defend against this. And NightEnd's gonna start scouting with his Pro B, and he's probably gonna find his opponent pretty quickly, because he actually is scouting in the right positioning. And where is this Overlord? This Overlord is going like way over here probably. And ParanOid's gonna start scouting too, because this is a 4-player map, and you really kind of want to scout your opponent quickly, because you can do a lot of cheesy things. You can get an expansion over here or something like that, like a lot of people like to do, kind of get a really awkward place expansion or whatever you want to call it. And look at this, he is going to be getting a forge like he did the first game, which is kind of weird. I don't really see that many European professional players actually do that, get a forge before the gateway, but NightEnD actually does this thing. So as long as it works, you're good to go, man. Doesn't matter what you do. If you win, it counts. And yeah, the forge is just on the way, and nothing else really happening right now. Just getting a bunch of probes, get this mineral up and running. And look at this, ParanOid does not have enough money for the hatchery still, but these drones are doing something, and a pylon is going to be going down over here to prevent the hatchery from coming in, and this drone is going to be patrolling it. And these guys are going to try to eat this thing, but I don't think it's going to happen. I'm pretty sure that NightEnD probably going to cancel it before he actually is going to finish it, because he has it on hotkey, and he's probably going to cancel it. Yep. Preventing expansion from coming in, but there's still not enough minerals for ParanOid to finish off to build an expansion. So NightEnD can do the same thing. He can try to put a pylon again and trying to slow it down the expansions as soon as he can. And look at this, the cannon is going to be finishing up right here, and gateway was supposed to get in build, but no, instead of gateway, he actually is going to be getting the quick expansion, because he sees that the ParanOid is getting the hatchery too. So he's going to try to play the economic game. And I'm pretty sure one cannon should be good enough to deal with them. Actually, yeah, one cannon should be good enough to deal with those 3 Zerglings, because cannons do 20 damage, so it's like 2 shots Zergling. And yeah, you can just bring a couple probes and defend against this. And ParanOid still doesn't know where his opponent is, so he's kind of a little bit behind in scouting. But still, NightEnD, this cannon should be good enough to defend against this. Oh, yep, Zergling's like, oh, I'm not going back there. Screw this. And look at these guys are chasing each other everywhere, and this hatchery is halfway there. And ParanOid's queen, where's the queen? I've seen the queen oh, the queen actually is over here. I guess he brought the queen just to defend against any early push, but he's seen the cannon being built up before the gateway, and he probably knows his opponent, the NightEnd's not going to be really aggressive right now. He's just going to go for the really good economy and get it up and running. And this Overlord is going to be making into the NightEnd's base, and ParanOid's queen's going back. And oh, actually that's the second queen. I did not see he got 2 queens, but Zerglings are everywhere, dude. Look at these red dots all over the map. Controlling the Zelaga Towers has the full control of the map, which is really important in Starcraft 2. You gotta control the map. If you control the map, you can win the game pretty easily, because you know what your opponent do, and you gotta scout too. Remember, scouting is important. That's about it. That's the lecture time. And creep tumors are gonna start going everywhere. And actually, NightEnD could have hidden a pylon over here a long time ago, but he didn't really try. And that probe finally went down. Poor little thing was tasing people. That's what he get for tasing him too much. And ParanOid's gonna be getting a lot of drones, because he's gonna try to catch up in economy with NightEnD, because the NightEnD expansion was a lot quicker finished up. And yeah, these two guys are playing pretty defensive right now, so they're gonna probably try to micro up pretty big armies before they're gonna push out, because really all it is just a bunch of Zerglings running around doing nothing, being retarded. Look at these guys. Look how they run, freaking pretty funny. And this Stalkers should be good enough to defend, because there's 2 cannons in the back. Yep, NightEnd's not really getting anything, just getting a bunch of pylons and getting another cannon over here in case any Zerglings trying to get behind the rocks, trying to break them down. And these dudes are still chilling, and a Hydralisk then is going to be being built right now from ParanOid. So ParanOid's not going to go for the Mutas this time. He's going to go for the Hydralisk like he did the first game. And we're just going to have to see and wait, because that's a lot of drones being built. Getting 2 more extractors, because you need that gas for those Hydralisks. They don't cost that much gas, but you need gas in this game. You never know. You might gonna go attack switch, and we have 2 Stargates going down again. So NightEnD might probably gonna go for the Phoenix build again, like he did the first game. Man, these guys are being annoying. Like Phoenixes, I don't like them. And Evolution Chamber is being built right now from ParanOid. So both players are just, look at this saturation, trying to saturate their expansions as much as they can. Both of them are actually, both bases are pretty good saturated. Getting another gateway and getting 2 more gateways. So he's probably going to go for the 4-gate build and researching warp gate technology. And Hydralisk are going to be coming out pretty soon. Oh, they actually did came out. And Spine Needle going to be researched, and he really needs to research this range, because Hydralisk without the range, they kind of like Colossus without the thermal lens upgrade. So they would be a lot better with the upgrade. And no speedlings. Metabolic boost never been researched yet, so I guess he's not really trying to go for any sort of zerglings. And look at this Overlord merking around, looking exactly, and he's gonna spot it, these 2 Stargate. That's what's important. He knows that there is gonna be Phoenixes on the field again, so he really needs to get some anti-air defenses against the Phoenixes. Hydralisks are good, but they kind of slow off the creep, and he's gonna be getting a Roach Warren again. I don't know, why would you go for the Roaches when you need Mutas kind of to deal with those Phoenixes? But still, these 2 guys are professional and they know exactly what they're doing. Look at these creep tumors, man. This queen is being taking doo-doo everywhere. These creep tumors are just crazy everywhere. These Drunglings are hiding behind little trees over here, and these Phoenixes can actually pretty easily snipe them down, because one of them can lift and the other one can shoot, but instead they're just gonna go straight for scouting. And look at these Hydralisks are in a perfect position. One of the Phoenixes is gonna be going down, and second one is almost kind of not really, didn't really get hurt that much, only the shield, so it doesn't really count. And yep, the 4-gate is actually finished, so he needs to start warping in some more units. And he's going to be getting a robotics facility, maybe go for some Immortals like he did the first game, because Immortals are effective against the Roaches, and he probably seen the Roach Warrant, so Immortals would be a great counter against the Roaches. He's actually getting 2 robotics facilities right now, and they're 2 going to be finishing up at the same time, pretty much close to it still. Doesn't count, but doesn't. And Phoenixes are going to be just floating around, and as everybody knows that Christmas is tomorrow, so if you're in America, you're going to be getting a lot of presents. Lots of kids going to get spoiled tomorrow. Maybe somebody gets Starcraft too. If your parents won't let you play, they might buy it to you. They might be nice this Christmas. If you're being naughty, you're still getting Starcraft 2, because this is like the best game ever. Not gonna lie, because I like it. And look at this. ParanOid actually is going to be getting this expansion and this, so he's going to try to control half of the map. He actually supply block, because Phoenixes probably killed some Overlords snooping around the base. And yep, Immortals are finished. Bunch of Stalkers, Sentries, and 2 more Immortals going to be coming out, because Immortals are great against Roaches, because they do 50 damage to armored, and Roaches are armored units, if you didn't know that. So Roach is gonna get owned pretty well. And look at these Phoenixes, they know exactly there is lots of expansion being finished right now, but the Hydralisks are in a positioning trying to kill those Phoenixes as much as they can, and the Overlords are being hunted down, so he really needs to hide his little buddy somewhere so he can keep them safe from those little flying turds. And ParanOid just getting a bunch of Immortals, and he should be getting a Colossus pretty soon, because I've seen them. What is it? Oh, I've seen them. Robotics bay being finished right now, and he needs to research the thermal lens upgrade, because Colossus without thermal lens, they're not cool enough. They're not cool. That's all I'm gonna say. And look at these Phoenixes. If you're a protest player, do this thing, because this thing actually works. And there's a sport crawlers right here, but oh, one of the Phoenixes almost went down, but he was like, dude, no, I'm gonna fly away, fly. And look at these Roaches are trying to get into this, trying to focus him down on this pylon, and pylon probably gonna go down from these Roaches. All the cannons are disabled, but it doesn't really matter, because these Roaches can't really get out of here since there is no borrow. And yep, he's getting 2 pylons instead of 1, because last time it didn't really work. These guys need to start breaking the rocks so they can get out of there, or just pretty much hide in the ground, because I don't see an observer from NightEnD. Because you don't really need an observer when you play against Zerg players. This is kind of weird. The only reason you need an observer just to see the bar units like roaches, but not that many people usually use them. But when you play against the Terran or Protoss, you need those. You need kind of overseers to spot the DTs and Banshees, because those dudes are really annoying. And I guess NightEnd's gonna try to get an expansion right over here, and these roaches can't really do anything because these guys can't puke at the air. And this one roach, I guess, just gonna stay there and look at those dudes. And NightEnd's getting his third expansion up and running, but ParanOid is running on 4 bases right now, so he's ahead. Look at the income differences right now. ParanOid's like, man, almost 500 minerals ahead. And the drone count's actually pretty even. ParanOid just only like 3 ahead, so it's actually even, but not really. But you can tell the difference when you have 4 bases mining at the same time instead of 3. There's like 400 mineral income difference, so that's actually pretty good. But there's going to be probably a battle pretty soon. The Corruptors are on the field to deal with this, and Observer is actually out. So I apologize about my previous thing about Observers not being used as much, but still, little buddy went down, and that's a lot of Corruptors. Because you do need Corruptors to deal with the Colossus and the Phoenixes at the same time. And that's a pretty good army composition. Hydralisk, Roaches, Overseers, and Corruptors. So I think ParanOid is a pretty good position right now, but I think he needs to get more units instead of getting drones. He's already running on 4 bases, so he doesn't really need that many drones. And he's going to try to get his 5th one, because the main one is pretty much mined out. So look how much creep tumor is everywhere. And a changeling just chilling over here. That poor Zergling went down to these 5 Phoenix, not 5, there's more than 5, 6, 7 Phoenixes. And look at this, NightEnd's gonna try to get his own expansion, and these guys are pretty much even, 81. ParanOid is a little bit ahead, but oh, he's big time ahead. He's almost supply block, so he needs to push out pretty soon, because you're actually, he's at 200 supply right now, so he needs to push out and do some sort of damage, because you can't really building that many drones. Now he's actually supply block, because that little Overlord went down, and there was like 4 more gateways coming in from NightEnd, and these guys are pretty much set on the resources. ParanOid's like should be banking pretty soon, because he's supply block and he can't really get any more units, and he's gonna try to get this expansion up and running, because this one is pretty much mined out too. So ParanOid doing a great job with expanding as much as he can, and man, I just want to wait for the big battle to occur, because both players are pretty much maxed out on their supplies, and somebody got to attack somebody. This has been the whole like kind of expansion game, but somebody got to push out, and oh, I guess ParanOid gonna try to get from the behind door, trying to go for the expansions right now, but he kind of only bringing 4 roaches. All the other ones are going with the main army over here, and that's a lot of Corruptors, because Corruptors are good, but you need kind of more Hydralisks, I think, because Corruptors will focusing down on these Colossus and Phoenixes, but the roaches are gonna get focusing down by the Immortals. So I don't really know what's gonna happen here, because I didn't watch my replays before I cast them, but I just want to see this battle going around. Come on, people, get this on. I want to see the blood. Look at this, what a game. Everybody just playing so defensive right now, just chilling, and I guess NightEnd's not gonna say anything because he knows that's a good game. And actually, I think he's gonna go research Blinks or research Zealot Charge. I don't know which ones he's gonna go for. Oh, he's gonna go for the Blink Stalkers, and he's only getting level 2 weapons upgrades. So let's see who's higher on the upgrades. Noodle, and I guess the ParanOid is actually ahead right now, because he has 2 attack and 1 armor upgrade, so that should be kind of a little bit advantage, and actually 1 air upgrade. What is this? Corruptions. Oh well, come on people, get this on, because Roaches actually is getting into here, and they actually can bar since there is no observer from NightEnd. So these Phoenixes are gonna stay occupado right here, and I think ParanOid should actually be pushing out right now with the huge army of Corruptors, Roaches, and Hydralisk, and an Overseer, because all of the units from Phoenixes were kind of distracted. I'm pretty sure Phoenixes can do the oh no, that's not the Phoenixes. Something else can do the I forgot the name of it. Something. Doesn't matter what, it's gonna happen right now. And look at this, there's actually four spine crawlers over here just chilling. And these overlords, I think he should actually use the overlord to sacrifice them, but there's going to be a big battle going on right around here right now, and the units are going to be engaging each other. Look at these corruptors needs to start focusing down on all of those colossus, because the hydralisks are going to start getting melted. And I don't see roaches coming in from ParanOid. ParanOid is trying to focusing down on all of the air units, but still the ground units are going down to all of these colossus. There are still too many colossus to deal with. 2 more colossus left, 1 more colossus left, and there is no more colossus left, and the corruptors are gonna get focusing down on all of these phoenixes, and he really needs to start reinforcing his army with as many hydralisks or roaches as he can, because there's only 4 immortals. There's really not that many units left from NightEnD, and NightEnD needs to start warping in the rest of his army, because these guys have a lot of minerals they need to spend right now. And these roaches and immortals are gonna... Oh, look at these force fields going in over here. He can reinforce his army, but the corruptors are coming in, trying to absorb some damage from these stalkers, but still force fields keeps coming in. And ParanOid really needs to start getting some more roaches to deal with it. And borrow roaches are gonna go under those force fields right now, and these immortals are gonna go down. And look at this. ParanOid comes on top of this battle because he been like that many corruptors did their job pretty much, and these roaches are still alive over here, trying to do as much damage as they can. And we're gonna see a greater spire, so these corruptors might gonna go into the broodlords, and broodlords are gonna be really hard to deal with, since there is really not that many anti-air. But the colossus is still alive, and the roaches are good against the stalkers. Stalkers do have 2 upgrade, 2 armor and 1 shield, and it's 2v2 for the ParanOid. And the phoenixes are actually coming back, dude. Yeah, I don't really know why would you get phoenixes, because there's really way too many corruptors to deal with those phoenixes. And these dudes are upgraded level 2 attack, so I don't really know why, but these guys are pro. They can do whatever they want to do. And this army, look at this. Look how quick there's like no minerals from NightEnD. He actually spent all of these minerals just to warp in as many units as he can, get a colossus, get stalkers and immortals to deal with this. But I think ParanOid is on top right now because he has way too many units, and he still has so many minerals to rebuild his army. And when you have that many expansions and a queen at each of them, you have pretty much enough larvae to rebuild your army in seconds. And these phoenixes are still flying around trying to spot as many units as they can, get out of positioning. And this creep tumor, I guess you can't really control it with the creep tumor. And corruptors are gonna start focusing down on those phoenixes. And look at this army of hydralisk over here and roaches, man. This has been a pretty long game right now, I have to say. Pretty long but interesting game. Both players are controlling half of the map, especially ParanOid. ParanOid has like the most expansions over here right now, and I guess NightEnD has to push out because he's not supply blocked yet, but still he gotta do some sort of damage because ParanOid has way too many expansions for him to deal with. And ParanOid is just going all the way in with all the units he got. And look, he's gonna try to get him off the creep because the hydralisks are really slow, but the colossus is focusing down. Look at the roaches being up front, observing most of the damage, and the hydralisks are in the back, gonna start focusing down on these stalkers and immortals. And corruptors are gonna be going into the broodlords. Man, look how many broodlords are gonna be coming out of these corruptors. And the hydralisks are getting kind of killed by these stalkers, but still there's way too many broodlords to deal with it, and there is no phoenixes to kill the broodlords coming in. As soon as these broodlords are gonna spawn, I think it's gonna be GG from NightEnD, because ParanOid, you can't deal with that many broodlords. Look at this, and they do have two upgrades, and these dudes do 5 actually damage, but still look how many of them are gonna be coming in here and start focusing down on these pylons and everything. So I think it's good, and Zergling is actually with the speed. And yeah, ParanOid's probably going to be winning this game, and NightEnd's going to GG. So thank you for watching game number 2 between ParanOid and NightEnD, and thank you for watching.